What's up, it's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be a very chill, spontaneous reading vlog because I can't be tamed. I said I would focus on my big project vlog, but I just can't. I can't do that. I need a mood reading vlog at the same time, so that's what this is gonna be. Maybe it'll turn into a challenge vlog because I'm in the mood to do a 200 pages a day situation. We shall see, but just so you know, it'll be fairly chill, fairly spontaneous. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up. No, I do know. I'm filming this because I want to give y'all my thoughts on The Gathering by CJ Tudor. I'm really liking it. I started it during Winterween, but I had to end that vlog so I could technically focus on my horror Goodreads vlog, but clearly that's not staying that way. It's Wednesday. I'm home. I have sprints in like an hour with Katie on our Patreons. I would love to finish The Gathering. For my other vlog, I'm also reading another book, so this will be all the other books that I'm reading that aren't specifically for that project because TBRs stress me out. I need a vlog to keep me grounded. So hi, more content. I'm too lazy to find my tripod at the moment, so we're doing the handheld thing. It's been chill. I filmed my Jante's Inferno readathon announcement today, and that readathon's going from February 6th to the 16th. I have my vampire dark romance piano music ambiance on, and I'll be reading The Gathering for the next hour-ish, and then we'll hop on sprints. Hope you enjoy this vlog. I don't know what it's gonna be, but we're gonna attempt to be as chill as possible, but also trying to read 200 pages a day. How about that? If you're new here, I do read 100 pages a day every single day, so that's like my minimum. So 200 could be a bit of a challenge because sometimes I just barely go over 100. There are days when I don't hit 100, but for the past like 3 years, I've been pretty consistent with my 100 pages. So 200 is always a little bit more of a challenge. So we're gonna try this. I've done it before. I don't know how long this vlog's gonna be. It might just be a couple days, to be honest. Well, I have my Lair readathon vlog this weekend too. I don't know. I have footage everywhere, so we're just gonna wing it. Okay, I now have less than 100 pages left in The Gathering, so I figured I'd update. I have about 15 minutes left in this last sprint. I was falling asleep in the last one, but I'm loving it still. I think I'm still possibly gonna give it 5 stars. My first 5-star of the year. I really like the vampire representation in this book, how it's just so like part of the real world in this small Alaskan town. Our main character is this 55-year-old homicide detective, but also forensic vampire anthropologist or something like that. A doctor of forensic vampire anthropology and a homicide detective. Like, that's so fucking cool. She goes and investigates these murders in this small Alaskan town, and she meets everyone in the small town. I just love a small town no matter what genre it is. This is really doing it for me. The chapters are super short, so the pacing's great. There are so many moving parts to this mystery, and the vampires are really not complex. They're very easy to understand. The story is very easy to follow, which I heard is kind of rare for CJ Tudor, because I know like The Drift was really hard to like keep track of all the characters and stuff. This one has a lot of characters too, but everyone has a particular role in the case, I feel like, in the mystery and in the town, and I feel like everyone we've met so far has provided some sort of useful information. I think it got intense several times. I'm tabbing quite a bit, but not like excessively. I think it's going really well. So hopefully I get to finish this tonight, and then I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next for this vlog particularly, but I think I'm gonna switch over to Sleep Tight after this, which is for my other vlog. I also don't know what I'm gonna do about this vlog because I need to start my Keep It or Kick It episode, my next one, which is reading pink covers as voted on by my Carmilla patrons a month or 2 ago now. So I gotta get going on that. Maybe this will just be like a shorty patorty 3-day vlog. Who knows? Hopefully I get at least 3 books in this vlog though. Katie convinced me to pick up The Grownup by Gillian Flynn, so maybe I'll just squeeze that into this vlog. We are 300 pages in. I cannot put this book down. I might have to because I feel like this is a good stopping point because I have 21 pages left. I hit my 200 pages for today. I still don't know what this vlog is. You know, I've said it before, my vlogs are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I should put that on a t-shirt. 20 more pages. There have been twists that have made me viscerally react out loud. There was just a fat phobic comment, kind of, and this author keeps using the word niggle, like the thought niggles in her mind, and I hate even saying that word. I hate it. There are so many other synonyms, you know? Okay, good morning. I got up at 5:30, as y'all saw, finish this book, and I lied. I didn't have 21 pages left. I don't know what made me think it had that many pages, but it has 332 pages. Now I'm on page 321. I have a little bit left. The final reveal just happened. I'm kind of shook. It's really good. I'm glad I finally picked it up. I'm glad it's on my 25 for 2025. It's gonna feel so good to check that off. And it's my first 5-star of the year, for fucking sure. I'll give you my final thoughts in about 10 pages or so. Yeah, 5 stars. I have that giddy feeling. Oh my god. Okay, so you know how I said there was a big reveal? That was like the main reveal of the plot, but then there was another reveal right at the end, like right before the epilogue. And oh my god. I didn't guess it per se, but had my suspicions. I was like, this person's kind of shady in the beginning, but wow, this was so good. It's one of those that I could not stop thinking about it. I could not put it down. I read 200 pages of it yesterday. It put me back in the fast reading mood. The vampire vibes were perfect. I think this made me want to pick up more vampire books again. Not that I was like turned off from them for a while. I just like didn't feel like reading vampire stories because they all kind of felt the same, but this, wow. And someone on Sprints yesterday mentioned that it was refreshing because there was no romance, and that's true. There wasn't really any romance other than a couple like hookups here and there. I was not expecting this to be my first 5-star of 2025. I'm so happy it is though. I wish it was my first book of 2025. That would have been a great start. This is going on my all-time favorite shelf. This was so well done. Like, I love that the vampires were just so like naturally woven into this real town in Alaska. I was invested in all the characters' storylines, and everything just came together so well. It was so well done. I need to pick up The Drift by CJ Tudor. I've only read The Burning Girls by this author, so I'm gonna try more eventually. I'm glad I finished this. I think I will pick up the Grownup next. Ooh, I should do a fun fact because I'm trying to be better about those. How about fun facts about reindeer? Because they ate a lot of reindeer meat. Reindeer can run up to 50 miles an hour. Damn. No wonder they can deliver all those gifts in one night. Reindeer, the only deer species where both males and females have antlers. Antlers are shed and regrown annually. Can you imagine just like walking in the woods and seeing a fucking antler on the ground? Okay, now I'm curious about fun facts about Alaska though. Alaska has more volcanoes than any other state in the US, which is crazy because volcanoes have hot lava. When you think of Alaska, you think of cold. A teenager designed the Alaska state flag, which is still in use today. Wild. What a talented teenager. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna switch to my other vlog for a little bit, but I'll let you know when I finish the Grownup because that sounds like the next plan that makes sense. Okay, but like, dare I say, potential top 10 contender? I just know that this is a thriller / vampire story that's gonna stick with me for a while. I just loved how the vampires were. Not gonna lie, I did picture a couple Twilight characters, but like side characters. Dakota Fanning's character, and I forgot the evil, was it Jason? Is that his name? The evil vampire who attacked Bella. I imagined him as someone. It was so fun. It was so good. And the chapters being short, just icing on the cake. 5 fucking stars. That's just crazy. It feels like such an accomplishment. And I found my first 5-star. Woo! I really hope there's a sequel because the ending kind of led to one. But look at all my tabs. The Grownup, per Katie's recommendation yesterday, and since I'm trying to read 200 pages, I figured this would be cool. I also got another one of Frederick Bachman's novellas because I was watching Sarah Caroli read Frederick Bachman, and I was like, you know what? I need another Frederick Bachman in my life. I haven't read one by him since And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer or whatever, and I sobbed. I also read A Man Called Ova and Anxious People, and I think one other one. All three of those I cried. It's like a Christmas Eve one. It's called The Deal of a Lifetime. It's like 65 pages, so I'm gonna try to read that tonight too, but I have to get this Jante's Inferno announcement up first. I think right now I'm past 100 pages for the day, so that's cool, sick, awesome, great. The Grownup, I don't know what's going on. There's like a psychic who's pretending to be a psychic. She's just like scamming people, and then now we're at this Victorian house. Based on the Goodreads reviews that I saw, apparently there's supposed to be some sort of ghost. Beats me. I'm gonna finish this after I edit. I'm like 73% through. I also got approved for an arc for Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. In Our Midnight Soil. Bury Our Bones. Dude, it's the longest fucking title. It's the new V.E. Schwab. I got approved. Well, actually, I didn't even request it. I just got an email. So thank you, Tor, for that. That just made my whole freaking day. But it's taking forever to send to my Kindle. But it is on my NetGalley, so that's fun. Do I start it this weekend? That is the question. Do I drop everything now? Read new V.E. Schwab's book. Lesbian vampires while Joey cooks.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm fucking saying. But yeah, I'm so excited for that, and I'm going. I already have tickets to the V.E. Schwab tour in Chicago in June with a couple of my patrons, so I'm definitely gonna have a physical copy regardless. It's so ironic because I usually don't like reading ARC copies of books I'm like highly anticipating, but I love getting the ARCs. Does that make sense? I also have to record a voiceover for my Patreon video. I've been posting my to-do list and my progress on my to-do list, and that's been quite successful.
I just pre-ordered Aaron Burger's new book, Handyman. So that's exciting.
Pre-ordered. Look at him.
I pre-ordered a book.
Look at him supporting his favorite
And then when I
author.
get it, you can flip the camera around.
I'm not gonna flip the camera.
You flip the camera around.
Our apartment's too messy for that. He has face outs.
I have face outs now.
On his
I'm
shelf.
officially
A book
cool.
tour.
I have face outs, and all three of my face outs are going to be Aaron hardcovers. Aaron is so hard.
Anywho, that's that. On that, I'll let you know if I hit my 200 pages. Oh yeah, I'm doing the 200 page challenge again. Just for like until tomorrow.
Shits and gigs.
Just for shits and gigs. Okay, bye. Okay, I finished The Grownup, and I think I'm stupid. I just don't get it. But so many of my friends have given this 5 stars, and I just don't see the hype. And I just DNF'd Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, and I think I also DNF'd Gone Girl. I know I DNF'd Gone Girl, but it wasn't because I wasn't liking it. I've said this story before, but it was because the only available one was the large print edition back in high school or middle school or whatever. I was just too tired to carry on. Like, I was just like, I need to return this to the library. I have too much homework. I'm not going to continue reading this. So I guess I wasn't even that invested in it. And then I went and watched the movie. Maybe Gillian Flynn's just not the author for me. I just don't understand the hype. I'm pretty sure I understood what happened, but I don't see the appeal in the writing. Is that just me? Because I like some trashy shit, so it could absolutely just be me.
It's funny to call it trashy.
I like some very mediocre writing a lot of the time, but I also can recognize really good writing, and I just don't see it. I didn't think there was anything special about this writing other than the first line about the hand jobs and how we got into this mind of this woman who does this thing for a living. But like the actual meat of the plot, I feel like it went too fast because obviously it's a 62-page story or whatever. I feel like there wasn't enough balance. Like, I feel like we spent too much learning about what this woman does to manipulate people and like her double life or whatever the fuck. And then she goes to this house and then she interacts with this one character and then he tells her some information and then it's over. Like, what? I need to continue editing, but 3 stars, I guess. A low 3. Honestly, that's generous. If I weren't influenced by my friends, it would probably be a 2. I just don't get it. I'm just not a girly who gets it. And that's okay. It's gonna move on. Fine. I don't know where that brings me in terms of pages, but I know it's not 200, so we shall proceed. Oh, do I have a fun fact? No, honestly, I really don't. There was nothing that stood out to me. Do I do fun facts about psychics? I'm not gonna do fun facts about hand jobs. Oh my god. Whatever. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. This whole book. I'm just gonna pretend didn't happen. But we're gonna count the pages. Okay? Okay. I started The Deal of a Lifetime. I need 42 more pages. Well, less than that now because I'm 18 pages in. First of all, I didn't realize that this has colored illustrations. Illustrations in full color throughout the entire book. I'm so excited. Second of all, he's already being depressing. Did I say I was watching Sarah Caroli? I can't remember if I said that in this vlog, but I was watching Sarah Caroli. She was reading a Frederick Bachman book. I did say this. So I bought some on Pango with my Pango books. I'm planning on reading like all his books this year because I've been wanting to do that since I read his other books, since I read Anxious People and A Man Called Ova. Also, if you haven't seen the adaptation for that book yet with Tom Hanks, so good. I've seen it twice. But anyway, I wanted an emotional read and I was like, Frederick Bachman's gonna do that for me. So let me get this little bite-sized Christmas Eve story and then I'm gonna read another short story for my Lair Readathon this weekend before I tackle Beartown in the near future because that one's on my 12 Recs by 12 Vamps. I'll be reading that fairly soon. I just need to get my momentum with this author again, you know? Here's a quote, okay? No, the majority of people just survive. They think their things have a value, but nothing does. Things only have a price based on expectation, and I do business with that. The only thing of value on earth is time. 1 second will always be a second. There's no negotiating with that. Yes, because reminding myself of my mortality is what's the healthiest thing for my brain right now. I hate it, but I love it because that's the type of writing that hits. You know what I mean? Okay, let's continue. Okay, just super quickly, I finished it. I'm giving it 4 stars. It was really good. I mean, it really just talked about how life is life and it goes by whether you like it or not. It's about this dad and his son who are kind of estranged and the dad has cancer and he meets this girl at the hospital and there's this like kind of magical realism aspect to it that almost felt like a Christmas Carol, a Ghost of Christmas Past type shit, but she very clearly stated, I'm not a bloody ghost. I mean, I don't want to say too much. It's 65 pages and my camera's dying and I'm eepy, but I finished it. 4 stars. Love Frederick Bachman. Can't wait to read The Answer Is No this weekend. I'm not gonna do a fun fact either. Sorry. I'm supposed to be getting ready for work, but how am I supposed to stop? I'm like, I just need a light romance to get my 200 pages in early. I read 73 pages and I'm living. I think I'm gonna have to finish this over the weekend, but I guess I'll update y'all when I hit 200 pages of it. I'm bringing this to work and then I have to end this probably and just start my Lair Readathon. This will be just a short and sweet little vlog. It'll piss editing Jan off for having so many little vlogs here and there, but I needed this. I needed to just mood read. My horror Goodreads vlog is probably gonna go up like mid-February. I'm just struggling through it and I'm just not in the mood for horror. I'm like, okay, I could be in the mood for horror, but like short horror or like really, really, really good horror. I'm sure at least a couple more of these for that vlog are gonna be kind of mediocre, but this, I actually like the kid in this book. Like that takes a lot for me to say. Luke is great. He's like 5 and he's hilarious. He just says what's on his mind, but then he learns really quickly too. Like he learns his boundaries, he learns what pisses adults off fairly quickly, and then he just like snaps out of it right away. But he's also just 5 and he just likes to have fun. And I love the banter between Cade and Willa. I'm gonna bring this to work and I'm gonna read up to page 220 and that's when I'll stop this video and start my Patreon readathon, which is probably when I finish this book because our theme for this weekend is cozy hibernation and one of the prompts is a fun romance or a cozy mystery or cozy fantasy. But I'm not in the mood for a cozy mystery. I'm in the mood for a fun romance. Shocker, I know. But it's been a whole vibe this morning. Like look at this, my favorite mug lately. And I have my little yeehaw blanket and it's been a good time. I missed reading Elsie Silver. I've only read Flawless, but I own like 7 of her books, maybe 8. So this year, we're gonna try to complete everything she's written so far. Oh, yesterday I read 223 pages. So hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I have to get ready. I'll talk to y'all later or whatever. taking a little break at work because I was falling asleep because my coworker left. I'm all alone up here now. Manager wasn't here. So I bought Sour Patch Kids from the vending machine and I read a little bit of The Moth Keeper, 100 pages of it to be exact, to get my 200 pages for the day. Woo! I also wanted to do this update before I went home because I want to start my Lara Readathon vlog as soon as I get home. So this will be my last clip of this vlog, but I wanted to share that I did read exactly 100 pages of Heartless today and on my lunch break and everything. Yeah, feeling like a 5-star. I'm not quite swooning over their banter yet. I do like that they're like attracted to each other and very much open about it to each other because they're like flirting at the bar and everything, and she's like, I'd rather go home with you instead of anyone else in the family because he dipped out early because he was like thinking of his son or whatever. And I really do like the kid. He's cool, he's mature for his age, and that's when I like kids, is when they're less annoying and obnoxious and more adds to the story and adds to the humor. Surprisingly really enjoying that. Well, it's not really surprising, it's a single dad trope. I don't know why I love that so much. I don't even get attracted. You know how, I don't know, in high school especially, I heard it all the time. And nowadays too, people say it all the time, like they get more attracted to guys when they see them with kids because it's like if they're good with kids, like it's cute. They can see them as a dad. But once I stopped wanting kids, that hasn't been attractive to me. And it's not like that's what's attractive to me in books, or in the single dad trope either. I just like the trope. I just like when, maybe because the love interest usually just like fits in really well. And if I like the kid, then all the more. And it's usually a grumpy dad. I don't know what it is. And honestly, it was all thanks to All Roads Lead Here for starting that love for that trope for me. I was not planning on reading a graphic novel in this because I was like, I want to genuinely read novel pages to test whether I can read 200 pages like fully. But again, today's the first day of my Patreon readathon, so I'm gonna read 200 pages regardless because I have other plans for the day that I didn't want to include in this vlog. So I'm like, okay, let me just get my 100 pages out of the way. And I've been wanting to read this for a while, ever since I saw this cover when it came out. This is by Kay O'Neill, who is author and illustrator, I believe, of the Tea Dragon Society. It's such a cute art style. I don't really, I guess, understand the objective so far. It's just this kid who is training to be the moth keeper of this world. And in this world, we have animal, human-esque things. You could see she kind of has ears. You kind of see that there. Well, you can see it more clearly here. She has ears, and they're just like a part of her. And she has like a friend who has bunny ears, and she has a bunny tail too. So all of the characters pretty much look like that, kind of. At least the children do. Oh wait, this person just has like elf ears. So yeah, they're not all fully human looking. There's a centaur right there. So yeah, it's fun to look at. Sorry, the lighting is so bad in here. We don't like to turn on the light. Blinds us. So it's cute, it's fun. I feel like it's gonna be 3 stars. There hasn't really been many life lesson moments either because this is a middle grade, I believe, and I just came across it when I was taking a picture for something else for work. I was like, let me just grab it now. The only life lesson-y thing that I've come across so far was one of the characters being like, you know, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, blah blah blah, like that type of thing. But otherwise, it's just a fun little cozy fantasy. So I'll be finishing this for my cozy hibernation weekend readathon. So excited to start it. I'm glad I found my first 5-star of the year in this vlog. The Gathering. I'm still thinking about that book. I'm not over it. What did I read in this vlog? I read The Gathering, gave that 5 stars. I read The Grownup, gave that 3 stars. Should have been a 2 though, but whatever. The Deal of a Lifetime, gave that 4 stars. And then picked up Heartless again, which is so much fun. And then this book. If you made it to the end of this video, let's put the drop of blood emoji to celebrate The Gathering, to represent The Gathering. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to do some self-care. Hope you had a 5-star day. Let me know what your first 5-star of the year was if you found it already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.